Welcome, Transformer fans! My name is Composite Enerjoe, and today's review is a big one. Today I'm reviewing the Transformers Cybertron Leader Class Optimus Prime. And I really like this figure, even though, as you can tell, he is fairly incomplete. Just to let you know, the main things that I'm missing are the wings for the trailer, these wings that that go here, the smaller blaster that goes here, and the missiles and the actual blasting missiles, and I believe that's it. So this guy's about, I want to say, like 85% complete, and I am okay with that, because to me the wings, I'm bummed out about the smaller gun, but I never really liked the wings on this Optimus Prime. I really like this Optimus Prime. And as you can tell by my excitement, I'm excited to review this. I've actually always wanted one of these guys for a long time. And now I have one, and he's as complete as he's how do I say this? He's as complete as I am happy to have him to be as complete. Which makes no sense now that I say it. But either way, I'm excited. So yeah. So here's Optimus Prime in his vehicle mode, which is, apparently, this is supposed to be a fire truck. How? How? I mean, when you look at it, you kind of see it, especially here. This is supposed to be like a ladder, but like I said, you can see the decals for ladders, and these pieces do move. So, yeah, but yeah, how is this a fire truck? It has massive guns on it. It even has guns here. And funny enough, and I still remember it when I first saw the episode, and I still laughed like when I remember it. As you can tell, today's review is going to be a little bit different than usual. So yeah, I remember on the show that when Scattershot got his vehicle mode, Optimus Prime commented on, wait a minute, I'm trying to remember, it was something like along the lines of, wait, why are you a tank? You can't be a tank. And then Scattershot, I think, responds by saying, oh, and when do fire trucks have massive cannons on them? And I still laugh. Like, it keeps going, because I think it goes on like a little mini, Scattershot goes on like a mini rant, saying about how, what was it? Saying how he started making fun of Optimus, if I remember correctly. It's been a while since I've seen it, but I still remember that joke, and it's still funny. So yeah, this is a fire truck, and yeah, it rolls quite well on all four of his legs. Hold on, my bad. 8 of his wheels rolls very well, and you can see these cannons do move up and down. No, my bad, not cannons. Ladders can move up and down, and overall looks very cool. And honestly, this is a leader class figure. This thing is big. This is a big feller. Boy, I love every second of it. Love that this guy's big. Looks very cool. And yeah, nothing more. Hold on, let me go get a cyber key to show it off. All right. I'm borrowing someone else's. Oh, I also forgot I don't have the original cyber key for him. But yeah, so for his cyber key, the cyber key features are just on these cannons. So for this one, you plug this in here, and it pops out these these side cannons, which do fire missiles, if I had them. So plug that in. And this one, hold on this side, is supposed to have a light feature. As you can see, there's a button here. But all it does is that the light bulb here just flashes red. It does work, but I took out the batteries. Preservation and whatnot. So what happens here, and this one's a little more interesting, when you plug this in, it pops open the cannon all the way. And again, when you press the button on the side here, this lights up. And that's it. And yeah. And then the only other thing I can really show, yeah, I'll put that off to the side. The only other thing I can really show is, I guess, his flight mode. Because yes, this thing could fly. On top of everything else, it can fly. And to do that, like even though I don't have the wings, I can at least show it. So what you're supposed to do is rotate it down like so. Like so. It's pretty straightforward. Whoop. Haha. Hey, hey, ho, ho, hee. There we go. Not gonna lie, it's been a while since I've had to knock over the camera. Oh boy. Hope y'all didn't get too sick from that one. So yeah, let's finish this idea. Bring this up. Bring it down. And then you fold, hold on. Hopefully you can see this. Fold these out. And then just imagine the actual wing bits, pointing out. So yeah, this would be Optimus Prime's flight mode with his fire truck. This flying fire truck mode. It sounds like I'm making fun of it because it's kind of ridiculous, but I think in a very awesome way. Like, I do not mind this at all, even though the wings were like to me the weakest part of the figure. I was never a big fan of it, so I don't mind that they're missing. So then you just fold these back in, like so. And now let's get to actually transforming this vehicle, which we have to get it in phases, funny enough. So let me adjust the camera a bit after knocking it over. So then what you do is that you separate, right here, you unplug it a bit. Come on. Come on. There we go. Yeah, you see these pegs were into these ports. So you take the trailer, I guess, and separate it, and this would be the trailer by itself. So I'm going to put this off to the side, because right now we're not going to do anything with it. And then you come here, and you pop off these pieces. And you also put them off to the side for now. Because first we got to transform the actual regular Optimus Prime, and you'll know what I mean by that in a bit. So to transform them, you just bring this down, like so. Separate. Bring this back, fold it back, and make sure to peg it into here. Same thing with this one. You gotta be careful because this is like a weird, like, stretching. As you can see, there's like I don't even know what this is called, but this is like an interesting, this is a joint here where you have to like pull it a bit to get it to work. It's very hard to explain, but you see the footage. So peg it there. Then you have the feet, and there is Optimus, his lower half. And then for this part, you split this. Oh, wait, before that, you bring the chest pieces, close it, and then you bring this around. Then before that, you pop this up, bring this down and forward, pop up, down, forward, and then you peg this into here, into those spots. And then for the head reveal, you take this lever and push it up. And boom, here we have Optimus Prime. And if I had his gun, he would be able to hold it in his opening and closing hands. So yeah, here is regular Optimus Prime. And honestly, this looks great. He's nice, he's chunky, he's freaking ratchety all over. It is just fantastic. And I think it looks pretty cool. So yeah, so let's get on with some articulation. The head, very Prime heady, can swivel left and right. Arms can go out a little bit, but do a full 360. There's a swivel and bend at the elbow. And the hands, at least the first four fingers, do open and close, which is very cool. Legs can go out that far. And I think if you pull these up, they can go even farther. So there. Because these little things have their own little hinge. Swivel there. Yeah. Forward, back. Swivel there. And bend at the knee, as well as a forward bend. For some reason, he can do that. So yeah, boom, 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 ha-boom, boom. So yeah, overall, he's pretty articulated, which is very nice. And then let's go to one of his features that I do have. I made sure I had this intact. When you pop open the chest and you bring this down, it reveals his matrix. So this Optimus does have a matrix, which does come out. Hold on. There we go. He does have this matrix, which is very cool. And he can, I don't want to say hold it, but he can grab it. You just won't be able to do the iconic, you know, two-handed pose with it. So I'm just gonna put it back. Put it back in there, and then close it. But yeah, he does have his matrix, which is very cool. So that's pretty much it for Base Prime. So let me do something a little different today. I'm gonna do a quick size comparison. So here he is, next to these two. Regular Prime, I mean, I don't know what to say. I think he's roughly ultra class, honestly, on his own. Base Prime. Okay, I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna stop pretending I'm gonna stop teasing it. Yeah, I'm gonna now put him in his super mode because his Optimus has a super mode. Because you know this is the Cybertron era. So yeah, so Optimus in this size is roughly, I would say, an ultra class. And maybe a modern leader class, because, you know, the modern ones are a little smaller. I'm trying not to do too much sniping at that. So, yeah, let's get him into his super mode. So, we have to set up this Prime first, which you only got to do one real thing. You got to get his big boots ready. So, go over here, fold it some more. He's going to get really tall now. And then, oops. Hold that down. And here we have his big boots. So now he's ready for the super mode, the rest of it. So next up, we take this. Whoa. Haha. Hey, hey, ho, ho. Yeah, we got to get him his heels. So we got to pop this. Like so. Like so. Get his heels ready. And just pop them in here, on here. Then come over here. Same thing here. And boom. He can now stand on his own with his mighty, mighty extended boots. I hope you can tell I really like this figure. This thing is so cool. All right. Now the next step, we take this, and for this step, you gotta set it aside. And you can either leave it up like this. There's like two versions. You can have it up like this, or, whoops, you underslung it, and you'll see what I mean by that. You lift these pieces up, and then you just feed it through here. I'm gonna try not to hit the camera again. And the ideal way to put it is like just under these black pieces. You feed this into here. So come on. There you go. Then you fold these down and they click into place. And then you rotate the barrels forward, and yes, this guy is really big. And then you think like he's almost done, and again, just imagine the wings and, you know, the actual smaller gun attached to here. Again, I'm more bummed out about not having the gun. Maybe I'll try and find it, you know, in the future. So yeah, and then the last touch, you fold out the ear wings, and then there's I'm not gonna really show. I'm gonna try and show. There's like a lever here, like right there. As you can see, there's a lever there. So when you open it up, when you pull it down, actually, boom, and there we have Optimus Prime in his super mode. And theoretically, the articulation is the same, but he is honestly so heavy, he's actually fairly heavy, that posing him is a bit tricky. But he does have the same articulation. And, hold on, one extra step. You fold up these guns, you have these other guns, and then you get the cyber key, plug in the cyber key to unleash the big cannon. And you know, press the button for lights. So yeah, this thing is awesome. I really like this Optimus Prime. I'm actually a big fan of this version of Optimus Prime, and this figure is just so cool. He's huge. I think this guy is definitely worth having. And for those of you familiar with the the character, he does combine with other figures because this is the Cybertron trilogy, and that was a really big thing that was going on during that time. So this Optimus is no different. He combined with other characters as well, which is a hint to something I'm going to do eventually. So yeah, be, aware of that happening soon. So let's do one more size comparison. We have Cliff Jumper and Ratchet. And this thing is huge. I mean, this is an old school leader class figure when they were, big. And yeah. What more is there to say? I guess one other fun fact is that this guy had one other repaint as the Galaxy Force Optimus Prime, which I believe was black. Instead of blue, it was black, and I think some of the gun bits were red or something like that. I much prefer this version, the original one, which looks really cool. And to be honest, I do not mind that the wings are not there. I think this figure looks really great as is, even in its 85% complete form. So yeah, this video was a little bit different than usual because I was just so giddy to really talk about this guy. Because I finally got one. I've always wanted one. I finally got it, and I'm just so excited. This guy is so cool. I mean, it's just like the show. They did a great job at that. So cool. So yeah, this has been my review of the Transformers. I just really like this figure. Of the Transformers Cybertron Leader Class Optimus Prime. And, here's Optimus Prime Super Mode. So yeah, this is Composite Enerjoe signing off. Peace out and be safe.